5:30. We'll call the January 22nd, 2019 Plymouth Village Water and Sewer District meeting to order and kick off with meeting minutes, please.
I will make a motion that we accept the minutes from the January 8th and January 10th, 2019 meetings as presented.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye. I'll make a motion we accept the payroll and manifests as presented.
So moved.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Might be just AP, I'm not sure.
There's
No,
payroll.
Is payroll too?
There's both,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
It looks like maybe I don't know, revenues? Not sure.
Is that miscellaneous?
Yes.
Yeah.
The supplement commitments.
Mm-hmm.
Is today the 23rd or 26th?
22.
I got 23 on my watch. So
22.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to book me on a flight tomorrow afternoon. I said, I have a lot of life between, I got things to do.
When I was in the service, you had to fly in a uniform.
Yeah.
They don't do it
This
anymore.
one's to Steve.
Yes.
And you could never buy a drink. Everyone's like, here you go, do it, here you go,
well,
do it.
that's good. They're still boarding soldiers first, whether they're in uniform or not.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
That one I don't need, but the other two I do.
This one I don't think you need either.
No.
Let's try Mel's.
That could be the last one.
Steve gets that.
Well, next up on our new business, first big announcement is regarding our district administrator, who are sadly announcing that she will be moving on some point this year to a
March 20th.
March 20th. Yes, thank you for the exact date.
Yeah.
And we are currently speaking with a new district administrator from
MRI.
MRI. So we'll be working on transitioning to this new person over the next couple of months.
We need to set a date?
Yes. Well, wait, no, you've got, there's news about a premium holiday from Primex first.
Yes.
This is good news.
All right,
also.
I'll let you tell us.
As you know, Primex is a organization that's by the municipalities and for the municipalities. And when they do well financially, they call it a premium holiday, but basically they lower the rates for the year if they can. It's like returning your money to the towns and cities. So our unemployment comp is going to be $2,885 less than we would have expected it to be.
That's what we
We'll
said.
take it, thank you.
Yeah, we'll take it, and that's the unemployment comp, and the workers' comp is $3,540.10. So
Nice,
that we'll
almost
just have
six.
a lesser bill
Yeah,
or two.
great. So, excuse me, I'm just reading what's on our thing. So
Yeah.
back to the district administrator
Oh.
transition.
Yeah.
Are we setting a work session date or not?
No, yes, it's the next, it was on here. I thought I had it, whoa,
Yeah.
set work session date, excuse me.
Hello?
I knew I had it on here, I just thought we hadn't
know.
gotten to, I just thought we hadn't
I
gotten
didn't
to
know
it
why
yet.
we skipped that part.
You're right, Judy. Good to be tenacious. So the idea was for the board to meet with Jason and Don and myself, and I would suggest next week some morning, not like
Okay.
tomorrow or the next day or the next
Yeah.
day. Yeah. And you say, and we'll be there.
Have they met yet at all? Or talked?
No. I mean, we have lots of time, so I think the board wanted to announce it first, and then we'll get them together with you, so you could set the stage, and then we'll have, then we'll go have coffee and hang out.
So do you want to talk calendars.
Actually, let me get mine.
I can't do Tuesday or Thursday, I know that for sure. But it looks like I can do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
I actually have a regular meeting with Jason scheduled at 8:30 on the 30th.
So I'm out of town
Okay,
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
so how about
Oh,
Tuesday?
I can't do Tuesday or Thursday.
How
Okay,
about Monday?
yeah,
Monday would be good for me.
I can do Monday.
Yep.
okay.
If we're doing Monday morning, I prefer it to be a little earlier.
Like how earlier?
Well, 9 is that?
Oh, no, 9. I was thinking you were gonna say 7. No, I was gonna say 8:30.
Even
9
that would
AM
be.
board,
Even that would be good.
okay.
Yep.
Hopefully my
So
Sunday
Monday at
night
8.
flight will get me here.
Monday at 8:30.
No, 9 we said,
8:30.
as you like.
Judy?
I'm fine with 8:30.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that would be great.
Okay. 8:30, and I will tell Dawn. Dawn is waiting for instructions, and I'll let Jason know.
So it's Monday the 28th.
Yeah. Okay. Judy, good call on that.
Thank
I would have
you,
been looking
Judy.
for it down somewhere on
Sorry,
the
I'm just
agenda.
like, wait,
I knew
I
it
don't
was
see it
there.
anywhere else.
8:30, Monday, the 28th. Okay. So we did the premium holiday.
Okay.
And then,
Future planning,
yeah, I had a call from
long-term planning.
long-term planning, and we've talked, we know that Jason is eager to get back in the planning process, and had a call from Mike Terrio. Mike would like to sit down, he wanted to meet, not in a regular meeting, and I said, well, that's when the board does its business, unless you assign, one commissioner to meet, which I'm not sure if that,
There's no value added there.
yeah, I didn't,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to tell people.
It seems premature also to meet with Mike before we start meeting with Don to understand
Mhm.
what, his ideas are as a, and
And why does he think he wanted to meet?
Well, I think his initial salvo, to me, it wasn't really, that's too harsh, I think, a word, but I think he wanted to come in and do they realize the consequences of what they've
Does he
decided?
realize that conversation is over?
He does now.
Okay.
I told him,
So you should
Yeah.
know, don't even come talking
right,
about
well,
it.
that's what he started
Okay.
with, and I said, if you want to meet with the board, I would start with, where do we go from here?
right.
Do not go back over that
Yeah, we
territory.
need to just move forward.
Right.
yes.
I also am a little concerned
Mhm.
about him wanting to meet with just one member of the board. We're a board of 3. He can come to our meeting
Okay,
as,
I agree.
he shouldn't,
Yeah,
we
who else?
don't need
Who
to
else
be.
would we don't meet with anybody like that.
Well, we really shouldn't be,
Right.
right,
Right,
because
unless it was like some subcommittee where you
Right.
had an assignment to a group
Yeah.
or something like that. I just wanted to let you know what he asked for, but I agree. But I'll also tell him there's not really much hurry, and I didn't tell him there's gonna be a transition, but I will now.
Yep.
And that this, we'll meet with Don
yeah,
and Jason and figure out
I
next
think
steps.
even after district meeting, we can meet with
Okay.
Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really feel the need to meet with him and rush when
No.
we don't.
Right,
And Don is not going to have everything
No.
under control
Right, he'll
by
need
then. He needs
orientation.
time to
Right. In
get
other
up to
words,
speed.
it's
so-
it's realistically a couple of months before
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
going to make sense.
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That's,
The,
I think
the
that's
CIP is a
reasonable.
future plan. Don has got to get himself on the ground and learn how to
Right.
turn nuts and bolts and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And once he gets settled,
Mhm.
we'll work on the CIP.
Right.
Or
Okay.
he will work on the CIP.
You know,
or
I-
will work on the CIP.
Right. I'm thinking that, it may be April or even May for meeting with Mike.
okay,
So
yeah.
Okay.
that
That's
would
fine.
be
And
my
I haven't called
recommendation.
my friend Eric Law, because I think he's on furlough
Yes.
up in Montpelier.
Okay.
The RD guy, the USDA RD guy.
Yeah, wow. Those poor people.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's,
Yes. Yep. So that
that's
puts
fine.
us on an old business thank you note from Patrice Scott. Dear members of the board, thank you for listening and, pardon my,
Adhering
to the ratepayer opinions that you solicited. I appreciate that you truly understand that our townspeople would not have been able to afford all of the desired improvements at once. Well, thank you,
Well,
Patrice.
that was very
Yes.
nice.
Yes.
It's not every day you get a thank you note like that.
That's for sure. That's
You know?
for sure, I know. I thought you'd like to read it out loud.
Very nice.
You wanna play
Very
politics,
appreciative.
get it done.
I think that needs to be, framed.
Framed. No, it was nice and thoughtful of Patrice to do that.
Yes.
And then on to rate for unmetered water and sewer.
Right. The chairman had asked,
Thank you.
other than last year, the metered rate just went up with the same percentage as the other rates. And then last year, there was a specific increase in the unmetered rates. So you made an individual decision,
But that was part of the revision of our,
fees and, yes.
Right.
Right, so
guiding document.
Chris pointed out that we didn't
Set a
address
rate for
on,
that.
and when I talked to Kim about it, she just said, well, yeah, but we just increase it by whatever the rate is. But I said, I'll put it on the agenda so that you could address it,
Yeah,
and address
Yeah.
it in public.
Yeah, I just felt like there aren't a lot of people who are unmetered, but nonetheless, their rates are going up just like the others, and they
Right.
should be included, I think, in the rate
Oh,
hearing.
definitely.
Yeah, and it's just, it was.
We'll make a note for next
So
year.
what is the unmetered rate
So,
going to be?
yes, so I don't think we need to revisit the metered rates, but unmetered, we're looking at,
Those are the percentages.
right, we're looking at $165.88 for water, and presumably that's quarterly, and then $231.54 for sewer,
Quarterly.
quarterly.
Okay.
And senior rates, senior unmetered would be $149.29 for water and $208.39 for sewer.
Okay. And that's sort of unlimited gallons because
It's not metered.
It's
Yes.
not metered,
That's
so
right.
you can't do but most of these are
Mobile homes.
mobile homes and
And there aren't a lot of them. as I
Right.
recall.
Right, they don't
Yeah.
cost too much water.
But
Okay.
I think a
Thank you.
clarification that we
Yes.
need to
So do you
make.
want to make a vote on that?
we probably
Just to be
should, right?
formal?
I'll make a motion that we increase the unmetered rates as read by the chair.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Next up, more money back. We
More
like
money
this.
back.
$3,400 reimbursement from New Hampshire Electric Co-op.
Right.
I'm assuming that's from our solar,
Yeah, no, this is,
not from here?
no, it's for, it's for energy, I don't know if it's for valves, it's for some,
Oh, one of the programs that we
Yeah.
we did some retrofitting.
Oh, that's
of?
right.
Yes.
yeah. I don't know if it's pumps, motors, valves,
We did something
We did a
that,
number of things. I thought we'd already,
but that's great.
well, we got
Yeah.
the check,
yes,
So-
so
Nice.
check in hand, thank
Yeah.
you. So that's a win-win because that represents not only the money back, but I mean, we add it, presumably, it represents improvements in efficiency
Right.
of
Right.
our
right, when I put this on the agenda, I actually knew what it
Your cost.
what it was
Yes,
for.
right.
but
Definitely.
I cannot recall, but I'll put in the minutes what the purpose was.
Yeah. All right, then next up, agreements in the intervale, agreement to agree,
Well-
question mark.
The, as you know, the board has been encouraging PSU and Holderness School and Town of Holderness to make an agreement with respect to sewer that goes through the PSU lift station down in the intervale.
Right,
And we have not been able to renew our agreement with PSU as a master agreement until those are put into place because we would incorporate them by reference. So the board, we wrote a letter to Holderness School in November or something like that, and they understood that before their new science building can be connected, they need to have the agreement in place. And PSU and the town and the school met, which is a good starting point. But what they asked for recently is if and the university needs time to go to their board of trustees, they said something like 90 days, could they get into an agreement to agree to make an agreement? And
I agree that maybe we should agree to have an agreement. Oy.
but even if they need 90 days to get to the trustees and so forth, that should still meet with the time frame for approval of the connection. So I think you were fairly firm about,
Right, we can't do anything until they do what they need to do. Right?
I just don't, when I answer, I need to answer on your behalf. No, you need to have the agreement in place
Yes.
before we,
Enough
Yes.
dancing.
Okay.
Yes,
They need something in writing that we can incorporate into our agreement.
yes, okay. Let's see if there was any more on that. The other piece of that is that Jason had asked PSU to identify the capacity with the flow that's running through the pump station now to see what might be left for capacity.
right.
We don't have that. So that's another factor in being able to approve the science building on the campus up at Holderness School, because we need to know that there's...
Does it come to pump station 1? I thought it came directly to
No, it goes to pump, it goes to...
their pump station.
Yes.
Okay.
But
and-
we still need to know what the capacity is. So
capacity
if
is.
we're signing, yes, you can connect and run your sewage through the college's pump
do
station.
they know what their capacity is?
No.
No, they don't, that's the whole point,
Okay.
yes. right.
Yeah.
No,
so
and
there
this has been a
could be
question that's been
capacity
outstanding for
question.
quite a while, so,
Yeah, this is, I just want to say, I really appreciate that you have persevered
thank you.
beyond any reasonable terms here, just picking away at this, because it's seemingly inconsequential on one level, but it's every bit consequential. That you can't leave bits and pieces like this.
Right, for 29 years.
Yes, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
Time
the
to make
board's
a change.
direction is, they need to get into they need to identify the capacity questions, and Jason and I are gonna send an email back, but I wanted to bring it to you
Right.
to make
Do we
sure.
have any idea what it takes to get that capacity?
I think it's, Jason should know, but it's the wet well size, it's the pump size.
A phone call to the
Yeah,
engineering firm.
right, yeah.
That designed it.
Yeah,
that designed it.
exactly. That
Right,
it should be
yeah.
fairly easy to
Right.
come
And
up
it
with
shouldn't,
that.
we are not coming up with that.
No, I
No,
understand.
that's what I mean. It
Yeah.
should be fairly easy for them to come up with that number. The other thing that's really important is they need to know what the outflow is gonna be from that science building.
Right, oh yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, and I don't know how they're figuring that out, but a science building uses quite a bit of water.
There are standards.
Right.
Jason can figure that out, but he said he needs the information about the lift station before he can
Oh,
even
right,
review
right, exactly.
the science building.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Just want to make sure
Let's-
that you were
let's-
still in that place.
Fingers crossed that we're making some progress there.
Right.
Okay, on to purchase recs.
And there's
We've gotten,
way more than,
no,
no,
Way
there was
more than
one
one?
as of Thursday, and then those were on my
all
desk
right,
when
so
I.
Dead River is on top. So first up, Dead River for $35,300. And,
that's the yearly.
yes, yeah, it looks like this is for
Yeah.
propane.
For annual.
These are
Yeah,
annual.
annual.
Yeah.
Okay,
Although this month, if
Propane
you
and
have
other.
other.
yeah,
Number 2, to Hatch in Colorado for $8,548.50. Looks like that's, oh yeah, that's chemicals, I believe.
nope, that should be,
But it's 4 shipments.
yeah, that, I'm not sure that's chemical.
Laboratory supplies, right,
Yep.
okay.
It's probably all the tubes and stuff like that. Hawk doesn't do too many chemicals.
All right. Then next up is Enviro Systems, $1,250
The
even.
wet tests.
Wet tests. Next up, Hampshire Purified Water for DI water for the lab and glassware cleaning, $764.70. Next up, Primex. This is our unemployment and workman's comp insurance, $25,235.90.
And that's for all of our insurances with Primex.
Right.
But property liability,
Oh yes, property and liability as well.
Are those paybacks reflected in
yes,
that?
yes.
Yep. I
Okay.
was gonna ask that question.
Then New Hampshire Municipal Association, our annual membership. and $563. Lastly, New Hampshire Water P. Got cut off there.
No, well,
$600.
The manager school.
That's
okay.
training.
It's
Yes,
training.
600 even for one of our employees, and that would be it.
That's it.
I make a motion, we accept the purchase recs as read.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, and a couple around and around.
Around we go. By the end of it, I always feel like I've been signing my mortgage papers, you know, when you have 8 million of these things to sign. And your signature doesn't look like your signature by the end of it.
Those things that you don't read that you wish you had at one point in time.
The Connor part of O'Connor now is just a line. Very bad.
Those two are yours. All right. I'm
Right.
gonna put the signed ones in there.
Just a little note is that when we were reconciling and everything, the interest that we've made on our accounts this year because of the changes is was over $13,000.
That's what she
Awesome.
thought.
So that was a huge increase for,
Yes, it was for consolidating the money.
yeah.
I had to look twice because I didn't.
You're not used to seeing a
I didn't-
number like
No, I
that.
wasn't used to seeing a number like that, which you just reminded me, it's not on the agenda, but I do have cash balances pending the recon with the treasurer, if you would like to hear them, for the end of the year,
Sure.
okay? The cash balance for water is $334,880, and just under 50,000 of that belongs to the Holderness School project. So it's a little less than 300,000.
That's not bad. We were,
Nope, that's very good. And
good.
on the sewer side, the balance is 915,000. Yeah, and some of those bills are 18. So I mean,
Right,
this is
it'll go down
cash
a little bit,
as of
but-
December 31st, but.
Yeah.
that's great.
And we've just recently billed about 290,000 in water and 357,000 in sewer. That will come in.
Yeah, but is that December's bill?
That's
No,
December's bill, but
Right.
it's
It's due
attributable
in
to the next year.
next week.
Right.
Yeah.
And to compare, last year's year end with water was 344,000. It's almost the same number, which is really ironic. Oh, no, excuse me, that's wastewater. I put them in the opposite order. Wastewater was 344,669, and water last year was 427,769. That's cash.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I'm trying to keep better track of that.
Okay. Cool.
But yes, I was pleased to come to the end of this year with several hundred thousands in both, and sewer's in good shape, as it usually is.
No public comment this evening, so we'll get down to next meetings coming up February 12 and February 26.
Let's see why those wouldn't work for you.
And might we want to call that the end of the meeting?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
That would be about 5 of.